All right. Testing, testing. I think we're good. I think we're good. Testing. Hey, that looks a little bit better. Right? Hey, 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 hey. All right, we're good. We're good. Hi there, everyone. I am Walter Snacklefox. I am an VTuber, Fox VTuber specifically, from the Snackleverse, a place where we had to fight food zombies years ago, and lots of weird stuff happened. And as a reward, they made me into a VTuber. So, I am an adventurer, gacha gamer, programmer, like to do some indie retro and other fun stuff. And tonight we are playing one of my favorite gachas, Reverse 1999, which is about time travel and a little bit of magic and special powers. And it also has a war between people who are trying to save time and people who are trying to cause chaos through the weird time warping mechanics. And this current story kind of tied into Halloween, which was 2 months ago, is about vampires. Maybe. We have a young vampire girl named Rabuska and an investigator, Semmelweis, who we later know becomes a vampire. Should know that before going in. But anyway, we are on chapter 13, and hopefully we'll finish this up tonight, though I'm starting a little bit late because of a party, and I normally don't stream on Saturdays, but last night I was at Five Nights at Freddy's with friends, watching the movie. Let's go, let's go. Chapter 13, The Non-Returnees. Outside the carriage come heavy footsteps, followed by a wave of restless complaints. The extra carriage.
Boots. Sounds like soldiers.
Could it be Pyros again?
Pyros?
An army officer. He's working with the conductors to get us out of here.
A new name, a new problem. Semmelweis frowns.
Come on, Robuska. Time to go.
Huh? Oh, right! I'm supposed to be in Ima's cabin. I better not be seen here. Wait! Mr. Robuska!
Just about to leave, she turns back to face the boy.
Thank you for protecting us. I hope I can be brave like you when I grow up. You're a good vampire.
She can't help but smile as she leans down to pat his head.
And you're a good boy, Ivanushka. Now listen, this good vampire has to go up front for a bit. But I'll be back soon with news from the other carriages. No one will hurt you. You got that? Not while I'm around. Here, pinky promise.
She reaches out her right hand to Ivanushka, hooking her pinky. So Ivanushka lifts his good hand, pinky finger locking with hers. Their promise is sealed.
I'll be waiting for you. You promised, so come back soon, Robuska. Don't worry, I will. Look, I'll take this.
She picks up the wooden stake at her feet and gives it a little shake.
As a token of our promise. So you better hold the fort for me until I bring it back, all right?
In the seating carriage,
Ladies and gentlemen, please bear with us while we conduct a routine check.
Are you going to take us too? Like you did with Robuska?
You give her back right now, Earl. I'll lie down right here. I'll be an immovable object.
the boy flings himself to the ground, clenching his pudgy fists like a martyr ready to face his fate. It's his final card to play, a tactic that has worked on the adults before, and one that he's counting on to work now.
If you are set on being unmovable, I'd be happy to stitch you into the carpet.
He swallows hard.
I'm not moving. Not until Robuska's back.
Another search. Again? I suppose you can never be too sure whether someone's transformed into a beast over lunchtime.
We're ever so sorry for the inconvenience, but this is for your safety. We just have to check whether...
Oh, I have something to check too, young lady. Namely, whether anyone on this crew actually has a brain knocking around in their heads.
Ooh.
You say this is for our safety? But all you've done is stir up chaos. You ought to be ashamed.
The carriage is in chaos. People leave their seats, crowding and shouting. Tension seems to...
That's quite enough commotion, everyone.
The officer slides his pistol back into his belt as if it were nothing more than a pen, just a tool. In the uneasy silence, another sound breaks through. Urgh. A slow, irregular churning, like the rumbling stomach of some terrible creature. The noise dips, then rises again into a cat-like whimper. All eyes turn toward the pale-faced gentleman in the corner.
What are you all staring for? That weren't me.
Footsteps echo. Semmelweis strides through the gathered people at a quick pace, with Robuska trailing close behind.
What are you two doing here?
Please, allow me through. There's something wrong.
She moves as she speaks, grabbing Arbuthnot's weight wrist and yanking it away.
Watch it. I told you it weren't me.
She shoves him aside and looks at the slumped stranger hiding behind him.
Who are you? I didn't see you during the registration. Can you speak, sir?
The passenger can hardly lift his face to meet hers. His face is chalk white. Red streaks score outward from his pupils. Then he opens his mouth, revealing a thick, black sea of blood swirling inside. Help! He collapses, choking on the blood, gurgling as he swallows it back down. The investigator kneels and pries open his eyelids.
Infected, but this looks nothing like the usual symptoms. A mutation, perhaps?
Hold on. Would anyone care to explain this? What is infected? Infected by what?
A pinch of cold, a dash of salmonella, and a spoonful of tuberculosis. What do you think? He's been bitten by a vampire.
Vampire!
Overwhelmed with shock, the passenger faints.
My goodness! A vampire? On this train? I figured those were just old stories.
Oh dear. Looks like we've got an unwelcome guest aboard. Iglika, did that strange girl do this?
He looks toward Rabuska.
I overheard the children talking about some shadowless vampire boss.
Oh my! I thought it was just a silly game.
Everyone turns to Rabuska in a convicting silence. Without her hat, there is no hiding those ruby eyes. Their fears find a cause.
There was something wrong with her the moment she came on board. All that shouting and running about.
And look, she's awfully pale too. No, it wasn't me.
This isn't a courtroom. There's no use pleading your case. You're going to have to leave the train. After all, we can't have a vampire wandering free on the train full of ordinary people now, can we? You'll have to find your next bite elsewhere, kid.
Piro signals to his men.
Take her away.
Yes, sir.
Heavy boots stomp closer as two soldiers seize Rabuska by the arms.
Don't touch me! Let me go! You've got it all wrong! She said don't touch her!
In the next instant, several children rush from the crowd, tugging at the soldiers and shouting.
Please, sir, please listen. Maybe it's a mistake.
Hey, back off! Whose kids are these? They're interfering with the military operation.
One soldier raises his rifle in irritation.
That was me. For crying out loud, you two, come back here.
Annabelle! This is grown-up stuff, okay? You've got to stay out of it.
The children don't budge. Annabelle clutches a coat hem, looking up at Rabuska in panic. In all the chaos, hers is the only face sharp and clear.
Run, boss.
Run, Buska.
The air reeks of gunpowder. No one is hurt, but a jagged dent scars the ceiling.
Last warning. Where are your parents?
In the chaos, a small figure breaks free and hurls herself at the soldier.
No, boss. Rabuska.
Rabuska locks onto his arm, her fangs sinking deep into his skin, sucking as if to drain every drop from him.
Put it down!
Alright, let's see what's going on.
That budget hog hiding.
Gunshots! I hate gunshots! My ears! Right. Time to run. As far as my legs will carry me. Wait. No. I shouldn't. Sorry, Mama. But I'm not running again.
Something seriously wrong with her.
This cross should do.
Simulating the NLP and calculating the Arabic part of it.
Oh, be careful!
A message from the stars. An adequate sample.
This'll help.
Alright. Move that over there. To combine 2 of Lucy's beams. Do an attack from Mercuria to combine 2 attacks from Ulrich. Charge up that again. And I'll fire off Lucy's shot. I'll save that. I'll fire off. Oh. Combine those together. Those together.
Calculating the
Perfect.
Decrypt the cosmos.
Look.
Just as I deciphered. Or prophesized, if you prefer.
Alright, what is going on with Robuska? Non-returnees. Oh, we've got a story. Before the end, one destination, 10,000 paths. How have you been lately? Not good or bad, just drifting. Since the Liberation Front's disbandment, I have had plenty of time to wander, but wandering is all I could do. You need to move. You're not the kind for rest. None of us are. Is that why you invited me to Istanbul? Not exactly. The refugees. That's right. We never miss a train. Always here, waiting to get on. The only way they can think of is to crawl under the cars and cling to the beams like this. I met a boy once. The first who wasn't afraid of me. We talked at the station. He said the rich swine always find a seat. He asked why I didn't leave. He claimed he was no swine, slipped under the train, and waved goodbye. Before he left, he said, "Goodbye, gorilla." He knew where you were from. But I had almost forgotten. I have an idea. What kind of idea? The Conqueror Worm. She blew out a candle, then darkness abounded. Chapter 14. But, see, amid the mimic rout, a crawling shape intrude, a blood-red thing that writhes from out the scenic solitude. It writhes with mortal pangs.
Damn vampire!
The soldier hurls the girl aside, his hand marked with 2 clear bite wounds. She bares her teeth, fangs dripping red.
Look who's going to be a damn vampire now. Guess I'll have a little company in that cell.
Bloody hell!
Oh, that's just wonderful. This train will be infested with vampires before long.
The gathered people form a ring around the soldier and the girl. The children are pulled close by Dorothy. Heat surges through her body, her heart pounding faster and faster. She locks on him. Yes, any second now he will pale and collapse. His veins will branch like spring twigs, crawling into his eyes and mouth, then spray jets of blood like a fountain. And nothing happens.
I didn't feel a thing, you little brat.
The soldier raises his hand to strike her, but his wrist is seized. A cold voice cuts in.
Enough. Heroes, this This was not part of our deal. Discipline your men, or I will.
Corvus lets go, annoyance flickering across her face.
Easy now. This fellow's just a little on edge. I'll see to it that he learns his lesson, I assure you.
This guy has not opened his eyes ever. I wonder if they're red. I wonder if he's a vampire.
But for now, we seem to have a far more intriguing problem.
He steps forward, unhurried, stopping before Robuska, sneering down at her.
Why hasn't he? He should have turned by now. I bit him. Tasted his blood.
How adorable. Still living in your fairy tale world, are we, little lady?
He crouches, studying her crimson eyes.
Tell me, why would you pretend to be a vampire?
Her lips tremble. Suddenly she feels cold.
I'm not pretending. I am.
Come now. Those little tricks. Red eyes, no shadow. Very clever. Quite the flair for theatrics, in fact.
Oh, I wonder if the no shadow is part of her arcane abilities.
But I've come face to face with real monsters, little lady. And you're not one of them. You may be human or arcanist, but a vampire? Oh, not a chance.
What? I don't understand what you're saying.
Robuska tries to shrink away, but her shadow, beneath her quaking feet, betrays her.
Her shadow. It's moving.
The shadow grows and warps, then retreats again into a modest, ordinary shape. She looks down at those around her, finding suspicion, distance, pity. Emotions that weave into a suffocating trap.
Boss. No, I'm telling the truth.
The words tumble out quick and desperate.
I am the youngest descendant of Dracula himself, daughter of Arnold VI, the greatest knight ruler of our time. Together we defeated Conrad the Wicked and his monster of a son, and then the war came, tore apart our home, and only I survived. Me, Robuska, the vampire, the shadowless, the unbleeding, the unwoundable.
Her eyes shine with madness, cheeks flushed rose red by fevered daydreams.
Over mountains of corpses, waded through rivers of blood, ran between fire and screaming shells. Everything and everyone's gone except me. I lived. I carry the strength of my father, mother, sisters, and brothers.
Aww.
Blood runs through my veins.
She falters, panting.
I'm the powerful, deathless vampire Rufus.
Thump. Her legs give way, bodily crumpling like her bones are gone. The officer lowers his rifle butt without expression, pulls her up by the arm, and drags her aside.
Unbelievable. She sure knows how to give a speech. Bring her to the warehouse at the station. Keep her in a separate room.
The unconscious vampire is thrown over a soldier's shoulder and carried off.
This is too far, Pyros. She is not a vampire.
No, but she pretended to be one, didn't she? And she obstructed my man's duties. Besides...
He looks over the passengers who fainted on the floor, his voice rising.
With an infected on board, we can't take any chances. Until we're sure there aren't more of them, the train will have to be kept under quarantine.
This is my train. We will handle this my way. We must reach Budapest on schedule. We don't have time for this.
So, you'll handle it, will you? After letting a vampire slip right under your nose and still having no clue where it is?
Pyros shrugs toward the whispering passengers, glancing toward the conductress with doubt.
This is utterly unacceptable. to have all these delays and let a vampire on board of all things?
Maybe it'd be better if the army just took over. At least they seem to know what they're doing.
Need I say more?
He motions to his waiting troops. Soldiers march in, quickly filling the carriage.
Listen up, everyone. My men will escort you to a safe location shortly. Just stay seated for now and remain calm. So long as you cooperate, I promise everything will be fine.
So this is your plan? To turn my passengers against me and seize control of the train? Why? What's in it for you?
Come now, Iglika. I'm only doing my duty. You should know that after all these years.
As more soldiers press in, he murmurs instructions and flips through the passenger list.
Let's see. Nikola, Alexander, Jovan, you three, come with me. As for the rest of you, well, I suggest you stay put. Any risky or dangerous behavior will be dealt with accordingly.
Semmelweis keeps her eyes trained on the armed men but maintains a low profile.
Something's not right. If that man truly is infected, his symptoms developed much quicker than any case I've ever heard of.
She opens her palm, staring at the dull badge etched with the mark of Manus Vindictae.
But he also made a fair point. With all these civilians in a confined space, if another infected shows up, it'll be a massacre. Is this what you wanted, Manus Vindictae?
Don't know what's going on, but right now I don't trust Pyros. Could he be the infected? And could the experiments that they're doing cause symptoms a lot faster than normal? Part 15, Lark Lake.
Maggots. So many of them. Wriggling, squirming, biting. I know they've rotted away. That their bodies have melted into the mud. I know that. Still, I remember a face. Her face. Pressed into the ground. Red with blood. Black with mud and rainwater. But still, I saw the warm brown of her eyes. They looked at me. They wept. Until her breathing stopped. And the tears turned dry.
Go. Run for your life.
That's all she said. Like they were the only words she could remember.
No! I don't want to!
Okay, young Rabuska does not have the red eyes yet.
Go. Run. You must. Run, Buska! Run!
Those words never left me. I hear them whenever the light gets low. Just as I'm about to fall asleep. Or as I run through the woods with everything I have. It's like a second shadow. One that covers me entirely.
Mama. No.
I cried. I bawled. What else could I do? Run. That's what. As far as I could. As fast as I could. And I buried the screams. Buried the gunshots. Buried her face deep in my memory. And never looked back.
Sad. Cemetery at dusk.
You go. That go. It's your turn, Mama.
The guns and the strangers who wielded them have gone for now, leaving behind fields caked with blood and bodies lost to eternal slumber. When all settles, the village is nothing but a scorched ruin. The girl buries her family together in a nameless pit. Father, mother, and little Cleo lie neatly arranged like porcelain dolls on a bed of dirt and leaves.
Why are you all sleeping? It's still light out. I don't want to be the only one awake. Let's all fall asleep together, alright?
She lies down with them, curling close to her mother, pulling a stiffened arm around her chest.
It's nice. Like when I was little and you used to hold me, Mama. Oh, when we wake up, will you comb my hair?
Cold fingers tangle in her hair, yet in her mind it feels like comfort.
Mama, tell me a story, would you? Please? I know you've told the vampire story 100 times, but just once more. Please, in the light of the blood moon, they rise in stride under the veil of night. Freely they live, without fear of death. For through blood, they live forevermore.
Her breath is shallow. Consciousness slips away with whispered stories as her eyes close and she falls into slumber. Because blood is life.
Because blood is life! That's right! As long as they drink blood, vampires can rise from their graves and live forever.
The girl bolts upright, pallid face glowing with a strange light. She bites her finger and smears the flowing blood over her mother's lips. For a moment, she believes in miracles. The blood beads on cold lips, glowing like red agate, lighting up death's grim mask. The girl smiles with delight.
Yes, good! Mama, a little for Tatko too, and for Kolya. All set!
She smears thick, almost comical streaks of blood across her family's lips.
Yeah, we're just like the story. Tatko, Mama, Kolyo, and Robuska. A vampire family. That's why Mama likes to wear lipstick. It's just like blood. Here, have a little more, Mama.
She caresses their faces tenderly.
Am I a clever girl? I figured it out. Now, we'll all wake up soon. Right? I know it might take a while, but I'll wait.
Robuska.
I'll be right here, watching over you.
A breeze lifts. A bird's cry drifts in from afar. The girl looks toward the scarlet-red sunset, sniffs, and raises her tiny fist to the sky. Don't even...
Try to touch my family! You hear me? I'm Robuska the vampire, descendant of Dracula himself. I'll rise in the light of the blood moon and stride under the veil of night. I'll live freely, without fear of death. I'll watch over my blood forever and ever, forevermore.
Her vow is sharp and unyielding. The fiery voice of a young but powerful child of an ancient and noble vampiric bloodline.
Who's there?
She looks down again, and the illusion breaks. Cold blood dries on rotting faces, their mouths bent into grotesque smiles.
Who are you? Kolyo? What happened to your clothes? Mama's going to be mad at you.
She have illusions? Their eyes are milky and puckered dry, bodies cold and sagging, gray faces gaunt, blood-soaked and tattered clothes, the last vestiges of their identities.
Mama,
She screams, ripping cloth, scrubbing furiously at their faces, but the flesh gives way like ripened cheese.
You're not dead. We're vampires. We can't die.
Her rough wiping tugs at their mouths, bearing smiles soaked in blood. Laughter swells, spilling from red lips, from the sky, from the corpses, howling, echoing like 1,000 bells ringing at once. Terrified, she runs toward the distant red sun. No matter how far she goes, the laughter seems to chase her. Rabuska jolts awake from a deep sleep.
It's not a lie.
Her heart slows, her eyes adjust to the dark. The stench beside her is revolting and bitterly familiar. Death mixed with fuel and smoke. She averts her gaze and meets another face, swollen and bluish. A corpse, stiff and cold. Black veins coil beneath its pale skin like twisted branches on a dead tree. Her eyes follow the body upward until they freeze on a face she knows, one she has seen before back at the snowbound station.
No, not precisely. But many like it. Vampires, werewolves, wild beasts, and monsters. It's always the same story about the powerful consuming the common folk. Storytellers have always been good at making their points one way or another.
It's that old man from the train station.
The irony of his warnings is a bitter mix of comedy and tragedy.
You are awake.
A shadow in the corner stirs, taking the shape of a looming man.
Thirsty?
You're that officer. What is all of this? Did you kill these people?
Pyros ignores the questions. The rag drags across the floor with a heavy scrape, tossed casually to Rabuska's feet.
I'm afraid I haven't been a very good host. And, alas, our water supply has run dry. Blood, however, well, we've got plenty of that.
Pyros extends his hand, long blackened nails stroking the corpse's wrist with a vile tenderness.
Drink up, little Miss Vampire.
Blood runs down Rabuska's hair, lashes, eyes, nose, and finally her mouth. Her nose fills with the stench of blood. She collapses halfway to the floor, retching violently. Stew, frozen berries, honey bread, lark cake. Everything she's eaten pours out with each spasm, mingling with the foul blood and shredded organs on the ground.
Not so demure at the table, are we? How embarrassing. I knew you weren't one of us.
Okay, I was right. He is a vampire.
You.
She lifts her pale face and meets the man's horrid gaze. His eyes are pure crimson, flawless, like a sea of blood flowing under moonlight. An undeniable bloodline, an undeniable identity.
You're a vampire too?
Through and through. But you, it seems not to be so. Still lost in your dreamland, little imposter.
Don't call me that. My family, my blood, they'll rise from the grave soon. You'll see. We'll be...
She chokes and swallows the blood until her face and body are smeared with scarlet. A lie. That day will never come. The man cackles.
Aren't you a sorry little thing? It almost stirs something in this useless old heart. In fact, I've almost come to like you. Tell you what, I could make your wish come true.
My wish?
His blood-red eyes gleam with unfathomable danger.
You heard me. I can help you become a real vampire.
Meaningless questions. You don't understand. You don't understand. No one does. We all drown in our own confusion. I'm not feeling so good about this. In all honesty, I'm not doing much better. How long do we have to stand guard at this detention room? Who knows? I've never even spoken to the officer. Ever since the quarantine order came down, they've been sending people in non-stop. The endless wailing. Complaining to me won't help, you know. The screaming's bad, it's true, but what can we do? Oh my, I think I heard Luca's voice. He's in there too? That kid with the worn out shoes? It really does sound like him. Why are our own people being interrogated? What's happening? Why are they doing this? Does this happen often? I've never heard of anything like this before. Don't look at me, I only got here half a year before you. But this sort of thing has been getting more and more obvious in the last month or two. I don't understand. What are they doing to make them scream like that? What kind of torture is this? Let's just stay out of it, huh? Is that singing? There really is someone singing. Why do I feel dizzy? You don't understand. He doesn't understand. No one does. We all drown in our own confusion. Winter Fright Night. Part 16. The conductress's cabin.
No, I'm not going with you. Never.
Little William clings to the seat rail, screaming loud enough to pierce steel. After the quarantine order, passengers are scattered, some herded into the conductress's cabin.
Go.
Soldiers pry open the boy's stubborn fingers one by one.
Officers, with all due respect, you've taken 12 passengers already. May I ask where you're taking them?
Shh.
A rifle raises, muzzle aimed at the boot now wedged in the doorframe.
Back, ma'am. Nobody leaves the carriage until quarantine is over.
She says nothing but pulls her foot back.
Just work with us, please. And soon this will all be over.
The soldiers sling the boy under his arm and marches off. The heavy lock clicks shut, leaving only anxious passengers and stone-faced soldiers.
No water, and no idea how long they'll keep us. This isn't separation, it's imprisonment.
Worse than that. At least prisoners know their sentence.
They took William and Miss Dorothy. And Rabuska hasn't come back either.
Sensing the soldier's warning glare, the girl clutches her doll tight. She presses her communicator and is met with static. Her words and any vital intelligence she could share are stranded with her.
Something's jamming my signal. And the teleport disc isn't working either. Huh. Someone came prepared.
Semmelweis approaches the door and peers through the window into the next car. The scene is carnage. The once opulent carriage is a spectacle of disaster. its walls painted with blood.
On earth.
A low, drawn-out wail comes from the corner.
Seems a little early for that soldier to be back.
What the? Everything all right? Ah, idiot. Better go check on him.
The soldier stiffens, lifts his rifle, and hurries away.
He's gone. Conductress, I think it's time you and I had a heart-to-heart.
She steps up to the conductress, blunt and direct.
This is all wrong. No food, no water, no radio signal. I don't believe they're doing anything to protect the passengers from infection. This isn't a quarantine. This is a cover-up.
What are you suggesting?
The investigator reveals the badge in her
This
hand.
insignia. I believe you have one just like it.
That's what you were sniffing around for.
It belongs to an organization I've been tracking. Menes Vindictae.
Manus Vindictae.
At first, I thought you were one of them. Yet, here you are, locked up like the rest of us. Perhaps Pyros doesn't trust you all that much.
Corvus's look of confusion, certainly genuine, serves to confirm her suspicion.
The Menes are a group of extremist arcanists that take pleasure in chaos and despair. Heartless bastards. Every last one of them.
Never heard of them. The badge is Pyrrhus's. Some kind of identifier for his men.
When I took this mission, our intelligence suggested that the vampire I'm after may be associated with Menes Vindictae. If Pyrrhus is working with them, he could be working with the vampire aboard. It's possible, indeed, that he could be the vampire himself.
Pyrrhus is a vampire.
No more evasions and equivocal answers. The conductress calmly reveals the truth.
We were comrades in arms once. One of the most capable fighters we had. Clever, composed. He always made the right decisions when it counted. I would never have thought he'd be involved with such an organization.
I'm afraid it's almost certain that he's the vampire Menes Vindictae had sent to this train.
At last, a lead. Semmelweis breathes a long, drawn-out breath, letting the weight fall off her shoulders.
Now that things are out in the open, do you have any idea what happened to my squad?
The reply comes with a resigned shake of her head.
No, I haven't seen any of them. I'd know. As I've said before, this isn't the first time we've had the Foundation aboard. Last time there was a confrontation between them and some other arcanists.
Sometimes, I think causing trouble might be our primary mission. But let's return to our vampire. I'm still not certain what Menes Vindictae is up to, but...
That vampire infection couldn't have been a coincidence. Someone meant for it to happen.
The conductress sneers, her fingers tracing the silver engraving on her pistol.
I've known Pyrrhus a long time, but lately he's been strange. I usually wouldn't...
Oh, Onyx Fury! I got a little invested into this story, I guess. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you here. What did you say? Marco Poco? Oh, like Marco Polo. I get it. Welcome in. As you can see, we have started into the second half of our Reverse 1999 story. The parts you missed seem to be like Pyrrhus, the officer that Corvus here was working with, has stopped the train and is quarantining people, has revealed that he's a vampire to Corvus and to Rabuska, and has told Rabuska that she definitely is not a vampire, and it seems like she was using her arcane ability to hide that she was a vampire from everybody else, but also maybe from herself. She seemed to think that she was a vampire and, like, relied on it, even when it would break the illusion. So now that the train has been stopped, it seems like Pyros is taking the people that he put into quarantine and sucking their blood. And he's working with the Menace Vindictae to destroy things. So, the horror element has finally stepped up, and we're gonna see what actually happens. How have you been? I was just at a party, Christmas party, with some church stuff. I got a mug, which I wanted to use for streaming, but I made the water too hot, and now I have to let it cool down. So, I haven't been hydrating much. We did a white elephant gift exchange. That was how I got the mug. I brought some good food. Made up some broccoli, carrots, and poured like a creamy sauce on top, and it tasted really good.
But these are my passengers. My train.
Glad to see we're finally on the same page. So, conductress, can you get us out of here?
Haste makes waste, investigator. There's a loose thread I'm waiting for. Then we can pull all of this together.
We're long past the point for patience, if you ask me.
A bloody hand slaps the window, smearing crimson streaks down the glass.
Another infected. What was that about haste makes waste, conductress?
Through! Let me through! Thud, thud. The man mumbles flatly, headbutting the glass again and again, until blood pours from his brow. Ah ha 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 ha! I got so into this story you were wondering if you were going to have to leave the three alone? Well, thank you. I want to be a good streamer, but I'm proud that I'm streaming some really, really good material. And thank you for staying, despite my failure.
He's breaking in.
5-stream streak. Well, congratulations.
There must be something using arcane skills on this train.
Arcane skills aren't everything.
She pulls the passengers behind her, drawing her sidearm, and takes aim. Before the shot fires, the infected passenger is yanked away by an unseen force. Another splash of blood smears across the window.
What was that? Another infected?
The sound dies, then comes a faint rustling outside the door. Here comes the fox. Here comes the fox. A familiar face rises into view beyond the glass. Ima says, "No, it's just me." Teehee.
Is she what you were waiting for, conductress?
Exactly. Ima, you drew that soldier away, yes?
Mm-hmm. I waited for just the right moment.
Well done. What's our situation?
There are infected everywhere. The cabins, the hallways, all through the train. They seem to be running out from the station warehouse.
Oh, what? Why am I in a dress? This is not something I would normally do. If I'm walking down the aisle, it's in a suit or something cool, okay?
There's blood everywhere, too. On the walls, on the floor. I tried my best not to look at it.
Was it you who killed that infected just now?
Well...
She tugs shyly at her eye patch.
I ensure all crew on the Danube Dawn are trained in self-defense. It's hardly surprising. Go ahead, Ima.
Oh, yes.
She lowers her head, clenched fist trembling.
I saw those soldiers in their carriages. I thought they'd be caring for the passengers or removing the infected, but they did nothing. As if it were of no concern to them whatsoever. They took the passengers, one by one, to some kind of detention room for inspection. Then sent them to the warehouse. But then they started coming
I am
back
the
up.
bride and the vampires are the grooms. What? No! If there's a cute vampire girl, maybe. We've seen a couple. Rabuska grows up, and if she's an actual vampire, maybe. Evernight, not really my type in terms of like personality, but she's hot.
Uncle Piros, I don't know what's happened to him, but we have to find him.
I see. How many soldiers remain aboard the train?
Not many. A few were sent to guard the detention room. I think we can handle the ones that are left.
Yeah, 2 hot vampires. But if there's multiple girls, like, they'd be the brides. The meat girl pumps her fist in an uncommon gesture of confidence. Also, I get married in a church, okay? Like, they better be welcome there. They better be able to go inside. I want
Everything is in place.
Christian vampire girls if this is working out.
Wait. Shh. I hear footsteps. They saw me just then. I can't be seen here again.
Ima's eye darts around before she ducks behind the curtains. Then the doors open forcefully.
Damn it. This is getting out of hand.
Soldiers, having dealt with the unexpected occurrence, rush in, weapons raised at the frightened passengers.
Where were we? On to the next passenger.
The muzzle drifts left and right, finally setting on Annabelle.
You, little girl, it's your turn.
Me? I don't want to go.
Vampires can't pass the threshold. Yeah, I don't think this is working out.
Come now, be quiet.
The muzzle is locked in place.
You heard her. She said no.
In the scuffle, 2 shots ring out, each slamming into the metal ceiling. The soldier tries to wrench back his rifle, but Corvus's grip is unyielding.
You, let go.
She's not going.
What's going on? Stand down, all of you.
Another soldier approaches behind them, gun in one hand, whistle in the other, his fingers shaking.
Go, Ima.
Yes. Understood.
The stewardess tears off her eye patch, revealing her other blood-red eye. Before the whistle meets his lips, she leaps from the shadows, slamming into him.
Get off me!
In a second, her arm snakes around his neck.
Apologies for the shock, but thank you for the gun and whistle.
Oh, and we've got another person join the stream. Welcome in the place of Vesperina. Tonight, we're playing Reverse 1999. I'm in the second half of this patch, reading through the story. And Reverse 1999 is a story-based gacha game. One of my favorites. I'm Walter Snacklefox, by the way. I play a lot of gacha. I play a lot of indie retro, doing some reading as well. And I'm an adventurer VTuber, programmer, gacha gamer from a world called the Snackleverse, which has reality warping magic. And I fought a war against the food zombies that were created through that magic. And as a reward, they gave me this cool VTuber model. So, we're starting up a battle. The fight against probably these soldiers. And this is one of my teams. I have a couple.
Where is that budget hog hiding?
Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Just came back from a Christmas party. I do not have much time to stream coming up into Christmas. Maybe like 1 or 2 more chances. So I'm trying to get in all I can. Next weekend, I'm going to a big VTuber convention called Holiday Matsuri, anime stuff as well. So I'll be gone that weekend, and maybe I'll be able to stream on like another day. So yeah, but I love Reverse 1999. I love Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves, and a couple other ones. And if I'm not playing those, I play something strange that nobody's ever heard of. What about you? What do you like? And what are you doing for cool stuff this Christmas? So, Reverse 1999 Combat uses this card-based system. You can upgrade cards by combining them together. Each character has 2 normal cards and an ultimate. What we're going to do is I'm going to buff the crit of all the team. Oh, that was a raid. Welcome in. Were you playing Reverse 1999 yourself, or are you coming in from something else?
This course should do.
Simulating the Chaldean order.
You are not welcome here.
Decrypt the cosmos. An adequate
Awesome. Well, welcome in. I definitely try to pull out Reverse 1999, at least to do the patch stuff. And I usually raid people who play Reverse 1999 as well. So, you get a follow. Just on the off chance that you're streaming and I can raid you next time. So what are your favorite Reverse 1999 characters or favorite stories? Soldiers collapse. Ima drags them to the corner, exhales, and pulls her eye patch down.
No one will take you away, Annabelle. At least for the time being. Why is everyone so quiet?
Passengers stare in slack-jawed silence. The girl runs up, tugging excitedly at her skirt.
Red eyes, bangs. Are you a vampire too, stewardess?
Oh, well, yes, I am. But don't worry, it won't
Aww.
affect your service in any way whatsoever.
But your other eye is all clear and blue, like a lake, not red at all. How did you do that?
I'm not a pure blood vampire.
She shakes her head quietly before looking away. She has no intention of going any deeper into the subject.
I have to say, I didn't expect the stories of a vampire train to actually hold any truth. Though I doubt any of the stories had our vampires pouring tea and fluffing pillows.
There was never any truth to them. Ima may be a vampire, yes, but she's never done anyone harm.
Then, earlier, in the forest.
Path to Nowhere, HSR, Wuwa, ZZZ, Morimans, and now Limbus Company. Okay, we have a lot in common. And what about Reverse 1999? Any favorite characters or storylines or something else you want to share? Okay. And Do It Night Abyss. I've played that, but I haven't streamed it yet. And Where Winds Meet is really new. But I've seen some people playing that. Yeah, I recently got Robuska, and she is so adorable. As you can see, I have a Lucy team. I have almost every character in the game. I missed Pity and I got Kipperina, which, honestly, I do not have a, adorable. I do not have a impromptu incantation team. But, and hey, welcome in, Christy Gomez. Playing some Reverse 1999. The patch just came out yesterday or so, whatever, or Thursday, I guess. And I'm on the second half, hoping to finish it up tonight. And I am Walter Snacklefox. I am a Fox VTuber, adventurer, gacha gamer, and I come from a world called the Snackleverse, where I helped fight against food zombies, and by defeating them, they gave me this cool VTuber model. So, yeah. Favorite characters, I came in at the very beginning, and I fell in love with Reverse 1999, especially during the Green Lake arc, which was the first horror story that they did, and I absolutely love Tooth Fairy. I also love Melania, Vila, let me see, some other characters definitely. Oh, I told last time, hey, Buddy Fairchild is so amazing. I can't believe they put him in the game. The Squirrel Warrior, Squirrel Arcanist. He's so cool. I can't use him a lot, but he's really cool. And if there's somebody I identify with, like, you'd point at him and say, oh, that's just Snacklefox. Name Day, I love that guy. She recalls the night in the snow, with the two of them each pressed together. The storm was so thick she could barely see, only mist, trees, and a red scarf whipping in the wind.
It was bloodthirst, so I gave her mine. It's an arrangement of ours.
Corvus adjusts the scarf around the small stewardess's neck. Oh, perfect. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for talking. Definitely feel free to rest, sleep, get a bite to eat, or go to the bathroom or whatever. That's the code of the raid, I say.
First a secret carriage, now a vampire stewardess. What else might you be hiding up your sleeve?
Nothing of your concern. We share a common interest. So, let us treat each other as comrades. There may be tricks up my sleeve.
Nice rest of stream. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming in.
And then strike.
You surprise me more and more, Conductress. Comrades it is. But what's our next move?
I wish there were some other way, old friend.
She exhales, a cold light flashing in her eyes.
Aima, how many passengers are left on board?
I didn't count precisely. There were already quite a few that were taken to the detention room. Oh, Conductress, are you going to...
Corvus pushes through the crowd to a tall cabinet and yanks it open.
You there. Ever handled a gun before?
Whoa!
Weapons line the wall in neat rows gleaming under the light. Each one meticulously polished and ready, as if waiting their call to battle.
Yet another surprise. I don't think I ever would have expected you to be lugging an armory around with you.
It's a hobby. Take this.
She takes a pistol down and tosses it to Semmelweis.
Silver bullets are more effective than arcane skill when dealing with vampires and their infected. Anyone old enough to handle a weapon, arm yourselves. We have a fierce battle ahead.
She came ready if she's got silver bullets. Friends in Need. Chapter 17. Welcome aboard. In the damaged carriage, gunfire erupts. In less than half an hour, the train turns into a battlefield.
The gunshots are drawing them in. We've got to close the door.
Head to the next carriage. I'll close the door.
Corvus leaves cover and charges straight into the carnage.
Don't look back.
The weight of unseen eyes is unbearable. Annabelle turns her head.
home.
I tried to warn you.
There are too many of them. We can't do this alone.
Infected passenger from outside. More infected swarm in, spreading like a plague of locusts through every car. Cries of panic and bloodlust rise and fall.
We have enough ammunition, but not enough hands to fire them.
There is still one option left. There are more passengers. We can rally the people to fight.
The other carriages are still under guard. I doubt we'll find many willing passengers who are still fit to join us.
I know where to go. Biros gave me his word to leave them be.
And you still think he'll stand by it?
It's our best chance. As for whether he has kept his promise...
She steadies her breath, aiming at the door buckling under the assault.
We're about to find out.
And I'll use my other team.
Greetings.
There's Rabuska!
It's the soldiers stationed outside the train. It seems there's another surprise waiting for us, Investigator.
More like a shock.
That's them! The ones taking out our men! Stop them!
Agreed.
Buff Nautica. Nautica uses her counter. Have Sentinel start channeling. And have Nautica bust out her AoE.
Very well.
Close your eyes.
I have seen to the heart of you.
Face the truth.
Only killed one? Maybe they've got some protection.
A shot hit.
He's dead.
The enemies of peace shall be stamped out.
Dodges. Okay, that was why. We'll channel. Oh. I'll set. Have Rabuska use her ability. Nope. Channel. Rabuska. And have Nautica nuke him. Probably won't even need the nuke.
Let's dance with the shadows.
Oh, that wasted his dodge.
One shatter now remains.
Is gonna get through. Oh yeah, that gets through it.
Battles have little meaning, save for the prizes to be won.
Another sound joins in. Scattered heavy footsteps.
2, 3. No, there are more. Many more.
Her voice
They
trembles.
don't sound like soldiers. What do we do, Yakov?
Ready your weapons, everyone.
The steps draw closer. They lock the lock strains. Passengers grip their makeshift weapons, every eye fixed on the opening door.
Now, attack!
The mob surges, raining down blows without mercy.
Damn it! We're here to help.
Another raid! Hey there! Welcome in. From Ronin Otaku Night. Oh, were you from the,
Wait, I heard the little girl. And a woman.
Were you from, the place of Vesperina's raid? Anyway, welcome in. We're playing Reverse 1999. This is a, big story gacha that I love. And it just came out a couple days ago. Okay, Vesperina raid. Do you have a favorite Reverse 1999 character? Anybody that you like, you want to shout out? The little skirmish finds a belated end. Cornbloom. Okay. Cornbloom's gorgeous. I do like her. I really need a, like, proper Cornbloom story. Like an antidote. I want to know what's going inside her head. Oh, and Randy, welcome back. Maybe you'll, we're in the second half of this story. I bet you need a little bit of a recap. A makeshift militia appears before them. Young and old, bedecked in piecemeal gear.
Everyone, please.
Yeah, maybe we'll get that antidote in time. So, Randy, we're definitely still in the train story. We've been stopped because Corvus, who is the conductor, happened upon one of her co-conspirators to get this train through the war zone. But that guy seems to have betrayed us. Also, like 37 and Kikania. Love them all, love them all. I definitely used both of those a lot. I'm so happy I got Kikania because some very specific battles she makes a whole lot easier. It's ridiculous. And 37 had been like the heart of a lot of my extraction teams for forever. Now it varies a bit more because they've put in so many other support units. Yep. Everyone, lower your weapons.
There's really no need to be at each other's throats each time we meet.
It's that investigator. She's back. And the conductress.
Corvus steps forward, adjusting a tilted hat brim.
Excellent. You're already prepared to protect yourselves. I'll make this short. The train is surrounded by vampire infected. We need your help to defeat them and get moving again. Take a weapon if you're able. We'll fight together.
The stowaways and the passengers glance at one another. Silence holds for a moment.
Why us? Look around you. We're just a bunch of regular folk. Refugees who've probably never even touched a gun. The army's here, isn't it? Shouldn't they clean up this mess?
And say we risk our lives to save other people from these infected. What would stop them from reporting us if we try to cross the border after?
Then voices rise again, questions sharp and insistent.
She's right. I say we unload the carriages with the infected inside, and the rest of us keep going to Budapest.
You're quiet, Yakov. What are you thinking?
A single soft query hushes the noise, all eyes turning to their leader.
I'd say...
The other isolation car is quieter. They can't just get rid of the other cars. Theirs is in the back. You can't just get the other cars off the track in between. Only distant gunfire breaks the silence, like the front line of war.
This is all getting rather unnerving.
The woman sets down her porcelain cup in a rattle, yet she maintains an utter state of composure.
Not another bleeding war. Hell, I knew I should have bought my gun.
The gentleman scans around them, his pupils twitching.
So, this is it. My career's turning point. Magazine editor turned combat correspondent.
The editor finally closes her notebook, moving to the door for a peek. A bloody hand slaps against the window.
Oh my, what on earth is that? More of those infected. Wasn't aware you could mass produce such a thing.
The editor peers out further, toward the soldiers' camp. Men rush back and forth, shouting, waving, losing all sense of order. Her eyes drift past them to a gray building. Figures burst out, shrieking, trailing blood across the snow. Some wander into the forest, others charge toward the train.
That must be the station warehouse. Is that where these infected are coming from? It's only been 2 hours since the quarantine began. What's gone wrong?
The editor frowns. Another scream rings sharp in her ear.
Oh heavens! I've never seen such a thing in all my life.
Huh?
Come in. Come.
The door won't hold for long. Get something to block it.
What are you all standing there for? Get out of the way.
Gunfire rattles. Dark red bursts bloom across the train windows. Oh, sure. Try that out. Though through the smoke, armed figures emerge, with faces pale and bloodied.
Think I strained my shoulder.
Ah, sorry about that. Is it better now?
I did warn you. Someone your size can't handle a shotgun.
Well,
good.
You can hardly expect me to take them down one by one with a pistol.
If this is some kind of robbery, then I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. A writer always travels light.
Okay.
It isn't. We want your help. That is all we know. Most of the soldiers stationed here have been infected. Many passengers have become their captives. It's thanks to their help that we made it this far.
She nods toward the refugees beside her.
Just repaying a favor. Think nothing of it. She's helped so many people get to Budapest and ask for nothing in return. She'll have her support no matter what.
An extra carriage.
They look like they just climbed straight out of the trenches or something.
They whisper uneasily. To them, these unkempt and unruly passengers with rifles look no less monstrous than the creatures they had vanquished.
Well, in any case,
Station? What's
we
this station
appreciate you
called?
rescuing us.
Is that meant as a joke? I think this is close to a border crossing into Budapest.
Once we arrive, I'll be sure to arrange for gifts to be sent your way.
That won't be necessary, ma'am. Just stay close and we'll get out of here together.
Pardon my confusion. You mean to say we're to leave
Okay.
this carriage?
Yeah. So I think this is like this isn't a proper station. This is a military checkpoint. And I think it's near the border, but anything that officer was saying could have been a lie.
Yes. We need to see if any of the passengers are still alive.
What? You're not seriously asking us to fight those soldiers, are you? Infected soldiers, even.
The noise doesn't stop. In the chaos, a child squeezes out from the crowd.
Miss Conductress, is Robuska there too? I still haven't seen her.
Before Corvus can reply, another voice cuts in.
Robuska? You mean that fake vampire? She was one of the first ones they took away.
Fake vampire? But she has red eyes and pointy teeth.
Don't listen to her. Robuska is a real vampire. Are you one of her familiars too? Come on, let's rescue her together.
Ah!
Yes, let's.
No, don't run off.
She protected us. I have to pay her back. We pinky promise.
Children, aren't you afraid of those monsters outside?
Never.
The bold, if childlike answer surprises everyone.
See? Even the kids have got more guts than you.
You it ain't that we're trying to get out of helping, but we ain't got no weapons. What do you expect us to do? Fight him off with knives and forks?
No need to worry about that.
She shifts aside, opening a path for her ally. Aima steps forward, loosening a heavy stack which pours out rifles and pistols into a motley assortment like a fisherman displaying his catch.
Take any you like. All the guns here are quite easy to handle. I picked them out myself.
They're Finn model 1910, and this is a Mosin Nagant, and a Mountain C96.
This guy, what is he, from Chelsea? Probably. I don't know the accents well enough to confirm. His accent did sound familiar to me, though. There was an old cartoon character from Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. It was an old, like, Disney cartoon, and I really liked a lot of those. One of the 4 main characters was I think he was a mouse or a rat, named Montgomery something. Anyway, he was obsessed with cheese, and he had an accent which was similar to this guy's, but not exactly the same. It's Londoner, Eastern, non-posh. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right for what they were doing. Monterey Jack, that was his name. The gentleman lunges into the pile with boyish glee.
This one's excellent, consistent firepower. But this beauty, she's got a smoother pump cycle. Lovely for follow-up shots.
Do you have any idea what I'm talking about when I mention Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers?
Will the fighting ever cease?
The old woman sighs, then hardens. Her gaze turns ice cold.
Alright, just pick
Alright,
one for
cool.
something with some punch.
Yeah. I watched it on network. We didn't have cable either. Back in the day, ABC ran Disney shows. I think ABC was owned by Disney. So I'd watch a lot of Disney afternoons, like cartoons then, on ABC. Things have changed a lot. Against the rattle of gunfire outside, the warehouse seems unnervingly quiet. So, that's the checkpoint that I mentioned. The vampire's invitation still awaits a response. The girl bows her head, staring at her shadow.
Let me remind you that although my life may be everlasting, my patience is not. I have to say, your hesitation is disappointing.
Rabuska!
What's this going to cost me?
She looks into his crimson eyes.
Every time I've been offered any kind of gift in my life, every time I've even come close to something, it's either been taken away from me or turned out to be a complete fraud. So, sir, which one is it?
Neither. Because I'm not offering you any gifts. Only an alternative reality.
Pyros? Yeah, I guess so. He as a vampire, he could be incredibly old.
All it takes is a drop of blood and little bravery. Because there's a good chance you'll end up just like them.
He lifts a limp arm, waving it at her mockingly.
A small ask, I'm sure. For someone such as yourself, what's a little risk when your dreams are so very close? This is what you want, isn't it?
He stands by the window, hand reaching for her.
Yes, I crave it.
Dizziness grips her. A sudden, crushing tide of fortune crashes over Rabuska. Stone, walls, cargo, everything melts away. Is this a fight? She stands in the middle of the cemetery under a blood moon. Yes. The same damp cemetery her mother described 1,000 times. Before her looms the vampire, Pyros, cloaked in black like an ageless shadow. Moonlight spills over his face, his red eyes overflowing. Blood, corpses, and the reek of death reflecting in them. He senses more than that. Their dead eyes meet hers in the reflection. Choose, they whisper. You cannot refuse us, just as you cannot refuse your past.
What do you say?
Faces flicker before her. Mother, father, brother, and comrades. It is a chance to see them again. How could she refuse?
Yes.
How does she do it?
She's not here.
Armed men storm in, but the familiar figure is gone. Blood stains the floor, still warm, trailing like a serpent.
There are drag marks. Seems they've transferred some of the captives.
Yellow light cuts across the room. Shadows twitch in the corners. A familiar voice whispers faintly. Home.
Home. I just want to go home.
It's all right, child. I'm here with you. We'll be fine.
William! Miss Dorothy!
They use the same room over and over again. It seems to be a Xeno detention room, a regular military detention room, and also the same detention room that they have at the Foundation. Shadows lounge from the opposite corner.
Prepare for battle.
Nika checkpoint. That was it.
Greetings.
Alright. Both Nautica set up her counter. Channel Sentinel. AoE. And these guys don't have a dodge effect on them.
The path will become clear.
By God's grace.
Face the truth.
The enemies of peace shall be stamped out.
Is that it? Oh, that was an easy one.
Vampires don't just thirst for blood, we crave victory too.
The soldier crumples, eyes bloodshot, veins crawling like creeping vines across his temple.
Where's Pyros? Where did he take the girl?
She seizes him by his bloody collar.
That house. That station. Lots of them.
He coughs, words slurred, gargling.
Did he do this to you?
Yes.
He gasps, then smiles strangely.
It's too late.
What? Speak up.
A cry rises in the distance. It is long, ecstatic, weary, Like a bird to its nest, a ship finding shore.
It's Robuska. That sound, is she?
It's too late. Soon, your friend will be a vampire.
He laughs until bloody tears streak his face. In his throat, he releases a stream of broken whispers. Another voice takes over.
Seething at warring dread. We, the cattle, the plague we spread. We are the spawn, the empire's aid. To turn this earth a crimson shade. The storm forms as it did before. No wars, no conflict, nevermore.
A gunshot, blood sprays. Orvis lowers her weapon, her stitched face grave.
He's even turned his own army. It's no wonder these infected are crawling all over the place.
The storm forms.
She crouches, inspecting the corpse with an investigator's eye.
Something's been off since the beginning. The symptoms have taken hold too rapidly. There has never been a recorded instance of the infection spreading so fast. Look here. Burst veins. Pupils so dilated they almost cover the entire iris. The infection's been accelerated. In other words, these are no regular infected. They're the failed product of a different kind of transformation.
One task at a time. Come, we need to find Robuska.
Moments earlier.
Well, what do you say?
Yes.
Very good. I knew you'd come to your senses.
Satisfied with the answer, he offers a sharp, beastly smile.
Come, child. It's time to leave the ugly trappings of mortality behind you. Once we have the same blood pulsing through our veins, we will build a new world, united in death.
This is the bloodline she has longed for.
Mama. Tatko. Kolya.
An echo of her childhood,
I'll protect you
tugging at the shreds of her surviving faith.
till the end of time.
The next second, shadows surge like a black tide.
A shadow?
Why?
I want to be a vampire more than anything I've ever wanted. To have the power to save the people I love from death. To be the one to protect and provide. But I never want to be like you. I may have red eyes and fangs. But I don't want to lie and manipulate to get what I want. Did you really think I'd just surrender? That I'd take the easy way out? My family wants me to live. So I'll live, damn it. Live until the smoke clears and the sky turns blue again. Till the rain puts out the fires and the primroses bloom in the forests of Stranja. I'll live till my friends grow old and gray and wrinkly, till my family comes back. I'll live. We'll all live. And you will rot in your grave. You wretched bastard!
Whew. The true vampire convulses on the floor, his chest heaving like an old bellows.
I did it. I killed him. It's over.
Rabuska settles on the floor, feeling her heart pounding louder and louder.
Have to get back to the train. Have to tell them.
She scrambles back up and staggers toward the door. She knows her friends are still waiting. Sounds of attacking. Before she can cry out, her body is flung through the air and slams to the ground.
Don't tell me you believe those bedtime stories.
Piero stands, his face twisted into a grotesque look of sinister joy.
How? You should have...
Died? Don't be absurd. Listening to that silly little speech was more painful than any stake to the chest. Let me guess. You brought holy water. And garlic too?
He looms over the girl, dismissing her attempt with a wave of his hand. An unseen shadow coils around her throat, tightening, then tightening again.
Those legends were merely that. Naught but childish forgeries. Just like you, little vampire.
No.
Oh, what a waste of time you turned out to be. I truly believed you might share my vision, but alas, you're just as narrow-minded as the rest of them. I suppose it's time you found your place in the dirt. If you're lucky, someone might bring you back someday. Then you can act out your little noble-hearted vampire charade once more.
Her vision blurs. The moon, streaks of blood, the cemetery, everything that once made up her childhood crumbles to ruin. And with it, her dreams of becoming a vampire.
Her shadow, it's moving.
You're a real vampire, right, Rabuska? It's not a lie.
She closes her eyes, arms slack at her sides, blood-like tears trailing down her face. The door bursts open from a weighty kick. Footsteps ring out, steady, strong, then faster, faster. A hail of bullets tear through the vampire's shoulder. Piros releases her, melting into the shadow. Air floods back into her lungs. A familiar tall figure comes into focus.
Rabuska.
She crouches to reach the girl. Glimpses of relief and concern pass over her patchwork face.
Finally, we found you.
All right. You've got a little bit of resolution. I was scared Rabuska was going to be transformed by this maniac. I bet she still gets transformed, because it seems like she has blood type related powers and not illusion powers. But we have a couple other vampires around. I wouldn't be surprised if Corvus is a vampire as well. À travers la cité, comme dans un champ clos, ils va transformant les pavés en îlots. I don't know this. Charles Baudelaire, The Fountain of Blood. Warehouse, Nika checkpoint. A surge of friendly faces rushes to Rabuska's side, surrounding her.
What are you doing here? I thought you'd never want to speak to me again.
That's not true. We like you, even if you aren't a real vampire. We saw it all! Rag! You put a big gold stake right through the monster's chest. So you're not a vampire. You're even stronger.
The crowd closes in on Rabuska, their warmth flushing her cheeks red.
Thank you.
Ah, the joy of reunion. How very touching. In fact, why don't we drink to it?
From the corner comes a sinister voice, drawing eyes and muzzles in its direction.
Those are
Corpses by the dozens piled high into a nauseating hill of flesh. The surface layer rots away, exposing pale gray sinew, entrails dangling in tangles, blood oozing down like a sticky mire. Piero sits atop the mound, lounging.
The bodies of the passengers. And the soldiers, too.
Is that all you see? You never did have an eye for detail, Iglika.
His sharp grin deepens.
Look closer. Your Foundation friend might find a little surprise.
The investigator spots familiar checkered uniforms and marks among the heap.
Squad 77. All of them.
Indeed. I worried they'd prove irksome if not dealt with, so I handled them before they even boarded the train.
Dark red eyes sweep past her with casual indifference.
Though it seems one managed to slip her way on board.
Why, Pyros? I need a reason.
If you must ask, Iglika, it's because I've run out of patience. People and their endless games, wars, one after another, and following it, exile and despair. And do you know where it all began?
He hoists a limp arm. Blood streams down it like a red river.
Blood. Too many bloodlines are bound to this land, each serving their own desires. For centuries, they have nipped and snapped at each other, unable to cooperate, unwilling to unite, never satisfied with peace. I tried to break them free from this cycle. Did everything I could, including joining the Liberation Front.
You could have told me this. We could have talked about it.
Oh, I could have, Iglika. But why use words when it is already clear to see? Don't you hear it? When you close your eyes at night, don't you feel the distant tremors of their cries? After you left the Liberation Front, after all others had forgotten how to even speak of our cause, a voice came to me. A voice from the heavens. She heard my prayers and showed me a new path.
He gestures toward the mound of bodies, eyes blazing.
A path of unity, where all would share the same blood, the same interest, the same goal.
Sound of attacking. At the crack of gunfire, Pyros vanishes, the shop clipping only a few fluttering bats. In only a heartbeat, he reappears soundlessly behind Corvus.
Another bullet. You wound me in more ways than one, Iglika.
You've lost your way, Pyros. Do you truly think blood is to blame for all of this? It's one cause of conflict, yes, but so are misunderstanding, fear, even love. To blame everything on bloodlines means choosing a simple lie over a complicated truth.
You haven't thought deeply enough then, dear Iglika. Look at these causes. Examine them at the root. And what do you find, Human nature. And our nature, old friend, is set by our blood.
The vampire spreads his arms before the hill of flesh, his maddened eyes ablaze with baleful violence.
Listen to me. Imagine a world with no bloodshed, where everyone is free of mortal weakness and given infinite time to enjoy the pleasures of this earth. Our shared bloodline serving as a bond, not a line of division, so that all our hearts might beat as one. Race, color, creed, all would melt away in the face of this great family we will create. Was that not your vision once, Iglika?
You want the world without bloodshed. Huh. Ironic. Your methods tell a different story. Look around you, Pyros. You're starting a war, not ending one. Unity, really? Things didn't go your way, so now you'll drag us all to hell along with you.
Moonlight strips away all pretense, casting a pallid veil across his face.
You always did know how to use those words like a scalpel. I was a fool to think you'd stand with me again.
He sighs, turning his eyes with strange softness toward the stewardess.
Aima, come. This battle will be fierce, and I won't allow my blood to come to harm.
His blood? She's...
Semmelweis darts her eyes from face to face, loose threads knitting in her mind. Aima steps forward as every eye turns to her.
Uncle Pyros.
Aima.
A voice calls out from behind and she halts. She looks back, the woolly red scarf brushing her cheek. She grips it tight, slowly and firmly locking with her uncle's eyes.
Forgive me, Uncle. I love you dearly, and I'm grateful for all you've done. But I can't. You know how much the Danube Dawn means to me. Please, stop. I don't want anyone else to get hurt.
She steps back to stand proud and defiant among her people.
Blood of my blood. Of all people, you choose to stand against me. And you...
Men, women, the old, the young, each stands ready from a measured distance, brimming with fear, disgust, and scorn. They build a silent wall cutting him off. Beneath it yawns a chasm no words could ever cross.
You look at me like I'm some kind of monster.
He laughs with a twitch, then inhales deeply and resumes his malevolent composure.
Well, I tried, but I always knew preaching would only get me so far. Violence, religion, politics, marriage. Our predecessors sought every means to unite us, but greed has always been stronger. Still, I was naive enough to hope we'd finally put aside our differences. Ruins, battlefields, countless headstones, and beneath every one, a blood debt unpaid. Perhaps, in the end, you were right, Iglika. If I can't have what I want...
He reaches to pull out the wooden stake lodged in his chest. Fleshy bout wings sprout out from his back, locking wide to block out the hazy moonlight from the window.
Then I will drag every single man, woman, and child to hell.
The monster lets out a shrill cry, eyes streaming blood. The sound spreads through the night like a deadly signal, drawing hordes of the infected in from the dark.
Disgusting! Nevermore!
The infected are swarming. He must have called for them.
Incoming! Weapons ready, Pyros. I will put a bullet through your heart myself.
Let's see how...
Anyone queasy seeing blood?
Oh, is that an actual place?
I know that look.
Is the Forest Reserve and National Hospital on the eastern banks of the Danube. Okay. Opposite from the urban riverbanks of Belgrade, Serbia. Okay. Didn't know that. Not surprised that they used a real place, I guess. But I would have thought Nika is like a name that they made up.
And you are as reckless as ever, Pyros. The most passionate among us, yet the moment things don't go your way, the first to cry betrayal. You're a vampire. You have more time than anyone to achieve your goals.
Betrayal, you say? Then tell me, what can I trust after all these failures? Blood or your dead body?
Alright, so the usual method for this team, we buff Nautica using Semmelweis's Blood Tithe buff, and then set up Nautica's counter, channel with Sentinel, and then set up Nautica's AoE attack, which is pretty powerful. And all of this is meant to charge up this number over here. Currently it's at 17, it just went up to 18.
Though it may come with pain.
The enemies of peace shall be stamped out.
Okay, she nailed that guy.
Take my blood as my gift to you.
You're just hitting my guys, begging my guys to hit you back even harder.
Be careful. Do not allow him to infect you.
Hear my whispers, feel my pain, and we will pave the path to the future. Let our blood become one.
All right, now we've got that up to 25. I'm gonna do a few more. This.
Agreed.
Got a little bit more blood tithe. Here, we'll do an attack from Robuska, and then finish off with Nautica's ult.
Comes in a tide of blood.
Let's dance with the
All of this is mostly just to increase this number as high as I can before I use Nautica's ult. It all converts, and the number, the higher that number gets, the higher this number gets. Each of those equal one special attack from the ultimate, and now she does the big last AoE. Does he have a...
No.
That was for Squad 77.
Yeah! Vampires don't just thirst for blood, we crave victory too.
Is the beast still breathing? Hey, you! Devil take him. He's still twitching. Even after we staked him and left him under the sun for a week. He ought to be dust by now. The last one didn't last but 3 days. This one must be of purer blood. They say those are stronger.
Why? I never hurt any of you.
What's that? Why? 'Cause you're a vampire. A monster. What? So we've got to wait until you drain someone dry before we put you down, do we?
The sunlight burns him until he can no longer raise his eyes. He shrinks his neck, attempting to turn his head in vain. A vampire's hunt is a bloody one, as always. Human, beast, vampire, blood spills in a tangled mess across the ground, merging into a stream that soaks his toes. A breeze stirs, carrying a distant song. The song is ethereal and light, as if drifting from a vast, boundless space, weaving into a comforting net that rises and falls.
Despair, the purest of emotions. It lifts the weight of fear, frees you from the constraints of mundanity, and brings you one step closer to perfection.
Who? He smells and hears the crisp, cool wind.
I am your wishmaker.
Wish. My wish.
You need not speak it. The wind has whispered it to me. I shall help you achieve greatness, and you will be surrounded by family and friends, never to be alone again. And all this will bring you ever closer to perfection, for you will be awoken to your emotions, to perfect
passion.
Family. Yes. I want them with me evermore. Evermore.
The monster shrinks back into human form, like a withered cocoon trembling in the corner, gasping for breath. His neck is torn open, dark blood flowing out like a spring.
I'm here.
His old comrade stands before him in silence. The space between them is not far, and yet it spans a fathomless deep.
Is it over?
It is, Pyrrhus.
Do you remember our old rallying cry? In hope we stand as one. Yet, here we are. Do you still believe in it?
I've never doubted it. I still feel the power of those words. And tonight, I feel its presence stronger than ever.
Not on the battlefield, nor in a field of slaughter.
It lives inside each of us.
Then you found the right path. And I've strayed too far. Go on, Eklika. Do it. I hope you live to see that dream come true.
You've had your war, Pyrrhus, but ours goes on. Still, the end will come. In time.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, a generation will refuse to raise their guns, refuse to trade blood for fleeting victory. When that day comes, the Danube will flow in peace once more, and lilacs will bloom again over the ruins of Belgrade.
When it does, we'll ring the peace bell so loud that all those who rest in the earth hear it.
She lowers her weapon, turns on her heel, and walks away.
Farewell, Pyrrhus.
No more talks of humanitarianism. He'll swear it to you, just it's a small sacrifice for a greater cause. To study the effects of specific environmental stimuli, particularly audio patterns, an example the song, on the blood samples of the infected, with a focus on their temporary mutation and fusion behavior. Method summary. Collect 4 samples from each from Arcanist subjects, Group B, and human subjects, Group C, forming 1 experimental unit. 3 units per group are used as control and stimulus sets. Acquire high-activity vampire blood samples, Group A. Under some conditions, expose Group B and C to Group A to introduce the song as the primary stimulus source. Monitor groups B and C in real time for changes. Key observations, experiment iterations of 7 through whatever. Temporary fusion and mutation. Recipient samples, group B and C, exhibited the base arcanum traits of the source of vampire post-fusion, confirming transformation into the infected. Song effect. Confirmed that exposure to the song significantly increases transformation probability. Fusion rate averaged so-and-so without stimulus, rising to so-and-so under stimulus. Extreme rejection response. All tests died rapidly following successful fusion and manifestation of ability. Research will and must continue. If this succeeds, we may be able to turn ordinary humans into Arcanus. Which we know they did at least once with Semmelweis. Bad luck. Before a mission, I like to line up every god I know and pray to them all. Bloodstain 073 MB. Got the file on the new colleague today, Semmelweis. According to the record, she's a sharp, calm, and reliable investigator. With her joining us, this odd case should go a lot smoother. Still, before she arrives, Squad 77 has to do its part. At least handle the groundwork properly. Can't have her looking down on us. I think I've got a lead. Been stationed here for a while, and I keep hearing rumors about this so-called Mystic Train. You'd be hard to find another line with so many vampire stories attached to it. Unless you're in one of so-and-so's horror novels. The conductress never replies to our messages, not to inquiries, columns, or even official investigation requests. Highly suspicious. On my list, that puts it right at the top. Extremely, ridiculously suspicious. Suspect there's a syntax error here. Remind revision before submission. I struck out irrelevant rambling. Why do you always fill task logs with random digressions and pointless jokes? Okay, fine, thanks, but know that this is just a draft. I'll rewrite the official report later. Then stop wasting time. The report forms. I couldn't even find a blank one last time and had to draw the format by hand. I'll stake out the station tomorrow and see what I can learn about this Danube Dawn. Did we just hit the jackpot? Officer Puros from the Nika checkpoint invited us to talk. Guess their covert investigation wasn't so covert after all. Or maybe the man's just as sharp as hell. After getting the invite, first thing I did was review our recent operation. I couldn't say flawless, but definitely clean. In the formal report, maybe I'll write that we intentionally leaked intel to lure them in. Depends how it plays out. Anyway, is it trap or cooperation? Well, only know once we go. I've never actually nervous, but the invite was polite, and honestly, our investigation has been stalling. So yeah, let's go. I'm a proud member of Squad 77. My record's just as good as Semmelweis's. I'm just terrible at paperwork. Warehouse address, so-and-so. Stench heavy blood, invited by Officer Puros of Nikachik Point. He's been behind me, he's searching. This crate is in a terrible hiding spot. Chapter 20, Comes the Dawning Light. Get up, the bloody night is over. Hopefully, him dying destroyed the other vampire infected.
Uncle Puros, how much farther do we need to go? I'm feeling a little dizzy.
Not long now. The border's just on the other side of the mountain. We'll be there soon. Then, across the lake to Miss Valentina's castle, and she'll cure you. She'll make things right.
But how do you know she'll help?
I just know a vampire always stands by her people. It's in our blood.
In our blood.
You'll do well to remember that, Aima. There is no bond stronger than blood.
Uncle.
Aima gently sets the wooden matryoshka down. Its painted smile is unchanged, as if it still remembers the winds along the Danube, the swaying of the train, the murmurs and laughter of her journey. Now its journey has come to an end. It should return to where it belongs, a world without walls, without exile. Perhaps there it will find its answer.
Goodbye.
Their leader gone, the monsters prowl restlessly, their roars ripping through the silent snowbound night. Inside the warehouse, the survivors gather to plan their next move.
Signal's back. I've contacted the Foundation. They're sending reinforcements immediately, but by the looks of it, the infected will get to us before the backup arrives.
It seems Pyrrhos' death hasn't had any effect on them. They're still coming. Perhaps, if anything, they seem more dangerous.
Semmelweis holds a glance on the shuttering doors of the warehouse, letting out an audible sigh.
After this, mark my words. This is the last time I take on a mission with vampires.
Watching the situation unfold, Yakov looks down at the weapon in his hands, frowning.
We're running out of bullets. What do we do?
We have to take them down. All at once.
All at once? How?
Draw them into a room and leave the rest to those.
She points toward a number of heavy crates bearing an ominous marking. Flammable.
I noticed them when we entered, too. Explosives, I presume.
Yes. Pyrrhos mentioned having seized them from a militia camp.
Sounds like a plan. But how do we draw them close enough?
This isn't a plan. This is madness. Do you seriously believe they'll simply saunter into a building as if it were some kind of concert?
Concert? That's it! We'll play music! Lucky for us, I always carry my Caval with me.
Her ruby eyes sparkle with sudden inspiration as she lifts her flute.
In the old stories, when the infected go loopy like this, they're easily attracted to loud noises. And my Caval, well, let's just say, if you've got ears, you'll hear it.
That matches with documentation I've read in the Foundation archives. A feasible solution, but that would make you the bait. Are you certain you can do it?
Rabuska grips her flute with determination.
Of course.
We can't. She's just a child.
Don't go, Rabuska. We nearly lost you once already.
She squeezes her doll.
Don't worry. I can handle it. I run fast. Those infected won't get close. Besides, me and my Caval can control shadows. I'll make a whole bunch of them as a distraction. See? Tell me, who else could pull that off?
One by one, the others shake their heads. Worry and refusal are written across every face save one.
You're not afraid?
I'd be lying if I said no, but I'm Rabuska. The all-powerful, the deathless. And you're all counting on me.
Corvus nods, offering her a knowing smile.
Then go. I believe in you, old pal.
See you when this is all over.
She straightens her back and salutes clumsily. Corvus pretends not to see, merely turning away and waving to the others.
The rest of you, come with me. Time to set the trap. There is no room for failure.
Snow still falls. Infected trudge through the whipping snow, moving step by heavy step. The girl stands alone, her only companion the wooden flute in her hands. Faces rise from the darkness, pale skin clinging to blown, veins etched across them like dry riverbeds. And in them, she sees another face. She steps back once, then forward twice.
Mama, forgive me. But I'm not running anymore.
The great Rabuska takes a deep breath. Lips meet the waiting flute. It starts with a few clumsy notes, followed by a jumble of uneven chords, but the chords soon weave together, and the melody resonates. How can she play chords on a flute? What? It is a soft, lonesome tune, one that once carried her through battlefields that had gone quiet, graveyards and mountains. Through long years, that was the melody. Back then, all she saw was the silence stretching to the horizon. So she recited tale after tale of vampires.
Stands the forefather of young Robuska, Dracula the Impaler. And I, her noble grandfather, the glorious first Duke of Arjesh. And I...
That lineage, growing ever more tangled, became, when she comes to, she realizes just how far she has wandered.
Mama!
You've come so far, my Buska.
Yes, I have. I crossed the Rila Mountains, waded through the Struma River, and traveled along the Danube. Oh, I even rode a train.
You sound happy, my dear girl.
Aww.
Happy?
Those sights you've seen, your new friends, the train. I can feel your joy.
In the fading flute's descent, she tilts her face upward as if catching the April wind once more.
I am happy. Happier than I've been in a long time, Mama.
She's done it. The infected are swarming together.
Explosives are in place. On my mark.
Corvus waves toward Robuska. She instantly understands, slipping out from the shadows until she is free of the infected's encirclement. All is ready. The conductress narrows her gaze and gives the final order.
3, 2, 1.
Nicely done. Looks like the explosion took out most of them, and stunned the rest too.
This is no time to get sloppy. There's one batch more. We need to take care of them, fast.
I'll go right to force them into the center.
Then you leave the south corner to us. We ain't letting them escape.
Good. Take up your weapons, soldiers. Prepare to engage.
That was certainly a choice.
Taking a peek inside. Sensing their thoughts.
Huh. Very well.
The path will become clear.
I have seen to the heart of you.
Face the truth.
Guess that guy's the only thing left. Let's probably take him out.
That's it. It's over.
We did it! My goodness, it was like a dream.
Well fought, soldiers.
Yeah! Vampires don't just thirst for blood.
Please form a line and await registration. The train will leave at dawn, so please make good use of your time.
Order is at last restored. The conductress remains behind, watching the snowy way station and the wreckage left by the blast. Blood, organs, and fragments carpet the snow, like scarlet flowers blooming in an instant. Pyrrhus' corpse is brought forth. Laid at the center of the bloom, his hollow eyes stare into the void.
This chill in the air. The last time I felt the cold like this was in Stranja. I thought it would be the end of me. We were hiding out in the mountains. Every gust of wind felt like icy teeth biting into us.
Snowflakes land in her palm. Soon they will melt away like the breath into the cold air.
Aima will continue to work on the Danube Dawn. Who would ever suspect a gentle girl like her of being a vampire? She'll be able to live a quiet life. She'll need blood from time to time. And I will provide it.
Oh, look at how tight her neck goes up. She mutters to herself, then frowns, glancing to the side.
I see you over there. Come out.
Eyes as sharp as ever, I see. Nothing escapes you.
Do I know you?
Do you know me? We were partners, that is, until you were lost to us in that accident.
I think you have me confused, madam.
She sighs deeply.
Indeed. How unfortunate that the similarities only go skin deep. Still, who's to say it wasn't a cruel twist of fate that I boarded your train? Because, in a way, we both lost someone today.
She takes the torch from the conductress's hand, lights it, and casts it onto the scattered flesh before them. The flames rise with a low and crisp murmur. The two stand together, speechless for a time, until the first light of dawn spills across the ground.
Dawn at last. It's been a long night.
Time to go.
She turns toward the train, still halted, waiting like a slumbering iron giant.
The Danube Dawn is ready to set off once again.
To be continued. Not everyone's life makes a good story. Most of us live inside third-rate novels. An ordinary yet unordinary story. Today's tale starts with Once Upon a Time. It begins in a quiet, ordinary village. In that village lies an equally ordinary little girl whose father was a vampire. But unlike him, she didn't live apart from humans. She felt a natural fondness toward both humans and Arcanus. Perhaps because she was a hybrid, an impure, half-vampire. In any case, for a long while, the girl lived peacefully with her parents, until a shell fell. Yes, war again. War brings death, and death spreads. Her family didn't escape it. One by one, they died. Only she and her uncle survived, wandering aimlessly. But shells don't discriminate. Human, arcanist, vampire, or half-breed. None are spared. The girl was wounded. How badly? No one knows. Severe enough that she nearly died. Her uncle wanted to save her, his only remaining family. Even if it meant making a deal with the devil, he would. He carried her to an old castle. Its mistress, as all stories go, was powerful and mysterious. She healed the dying hybrid girl. The price, if it could even be called that, was an overactive regenerative power that let her recover from any wound with ease. Since then, the girl's body has always been wrapped in bandages. A Land Under the Sun, Chapter 21. The bloody night is over. The train pushes west, weaving across snowy fields as it follows the path of the Danube. Only when they spy the Schnechny chain bridge shimmering over the river do they realize their ordeal is over.
We are now arriving at Budapest Keleti Station. Please gather your belongings and form an orderly line.
The stewardess maintains order on the platform, pale cheeks touched with the golden morning light.
Thank you for an unforgettable journey. I don't believe I've ever gathered so much useful material on a single trip. I'm almost tempted to write a novel. If ever you take to writing, or simply have some thoughts to share, do write in. Our pay is quite generous.
She passes a card to the stewardess.
Our contact details. I hope to hear from you soon.
Atu Magazine Editor-in-Chief, Pandora Wilson. Atu? What an unusual name.
When she lifts her head again, the crowd surges by and Verity is nowhere to be seen. Ima stares down blankly until a loud cheer pulls her back.
Goodbye, Madam Sonia. Goodbye, Mr. Yakov. And you, Mr. Arbuthnot, sir.
No, don't say goodbye. You promise? You'll write to us?
Children cling to Rabuska, unwilling to part.
Cross my heart. And I'll send gifts. Christmas, birthdays, the whole lot.
Really? Can I have a ruby eyeball for Thanksgiving? And vampire fangs for Halloween?
You girl!
Oh, me too, me too! Such naughty children. Who told you it was appropriate to demand gifts from others like that?
The governess's stern scolding is drowned out by their joyous shouts.
I do apologize. I don't know where their manners have gone.
No need to worry, ma'am. I'd love to send them some things. It would make me more than happy.
You're very kind, Miss Rabuska. I'll be sure they prepare something for you in return.
Bidding farewell to the chattering children, Rabuska lets out a long-held breath.
Right. Now I really need to work hard. Ruby eyes and fangs don't pay for themselves.
I may have some errands from the Foundation that would suit you, if you're willing. I won't say they'll be easy, but they pay well.
You mean it?
Of course. Now that the three of you are registered with the Foundation, you're free to lead your lives as you wish. That includes deciding who you'll work for.
Is that all? Your procedures were quicker than I expected.
For a moment, I thought you'd take us away to the Foundation and lock us up.
I admit I did toss the idea around.
Huh?
But after a thorough investigation, I regret to say...
She blinks with the flash of a secret smile.
That our intelligence was faulty. There are no vampires aboard the Danube Dawn. It's safe to dismiss the reports as no more than a rumor.
Oh, real funny, boss. You nearly gave me a heart attack.
The girl's laughter drifts up, then scatters into the tide of people.
Right then. It looks like my mission ends here. Where are you headed next?
To the city, Istanbul.
Really? Heading back so soon?
Corvus pauses, amusement softening her battle-scarred face.
But our next stop is Vienna. We have some passengers who need to get off there.
Any plans to head east again from Budapest?
As long as these wars rage on, there will be people who need our help.
I wish you all the best, Conductress. With your secret operation, and with the dream you're chasing.
Thank you. I intend to see it happen, and we're making progress. Especially now that I can count on not just one, but 2 vampires to assist me.
She points toward the 2 vampires at her side.
Indeed. I can only conclude that things will improve from here. Perhaps we'll meet again, if we're lucky.
She smiles, waves to the crowd, and turns away.
Phew. I honestly thought she meant it when she said she'd lock us up. Vampires aren't meant to be locked up in a cell.
I'm curious, Ruby. If you were given another chance to become a vampire, would you take it?
Ruby's eyes dance around and finds their rest when they meet Ima's face.
Given a chance? I don't need a chance. I am a vampire. Haven't you heard of me? The nightmare haunting the Danube Dawn. The terrifying monster, Robuska the vampire. She prowls the train, looking for anyone who might cause trouble. And if they do, she'll see them punished. Investigators, arcanists, the conductress herself. Ha! She can take them all single-handedly. And her shadow friends will gobble up anyone who dares stand in her way. Aha!
Single-handedly, you say? Let's see how our monster manages her chores first. The 5th carriage windows need wiping.
Chores? How could you do this to me?
Funny. I recall someone saying they'd do anything to stay on the train.
Well, yeah, but we can't have a noble vampire scrubbing windows. We just can't.
A beam of sunlight pierces the morning fog, warming everyone at the station. Bathed in gold, the conductress's scarred features soften.
Jokes aside, I must be clear. Working on the Danube Dawn is no easy task. You will learn the service manual by heart. And I will be testing you, so you'd better start reading.
The station bustles, soon-to-be passengers rush past, oblivious to the small exchange. After a night steeped in death and violence, the conductress and her crew brace themselves for a renewed journey. Still, they dream of these days painted gold by the morning sun.
On November 30th, 1912, I boarded the Danube Dawn and encountered a young arcanist named Robuska, and the conductress of the train, Corvus, among others. At the Nika checkpoint, we stopped Pyros, a vampire and army officer affiliated with Menes Vindictae, and foiled his scheme to infect the greater population, after which the train successfully entered the territory of Austria-Hungary. Vampire.
She stops writing, staring at the report before her. Half-truths have become a specialty of hers.
It hardly counts as forging reports if I simply leave out a few details. All that I've written is true. It just didn't occur to me to include some minor details.
Miss Semmelweis.
No need to worry. I'll turn in the report by the end of the day.
Oh, I'm not here for the report.
Hmm?
Our office in Vienna received a gift. They were asked to pass it along to you.
The young clerk leaves a small gift by the door and slips away.
A gift? Could it be...
She slices the letter open with her fingernail. The scroll is uneven, the corner stained with 2 thick drops of blood like a wax seal.
Dear Miss Semmelweis of the St. Pavlov Foundation.
Oh! Then her eyes fall on the illustrious, overlong, and entirely, playful signature.
The youngest descendant of Arnold V, Voivoda of Wallachia, true heir of Savonovich, first Duke of Argesh, rightful lady of Castle Argesh, daughter of Arnold VI.
And the bravest vampire of the century, Robuska, sends her regards.
Countless threads shake with the wind, both within and beyond the net. Open the letter. To the Utu editorial team. Excuse me. Regarding Corvus, the conductress of the Danube Dawn. As you all know, she was once one of us and my most trusted partner. Thus, for personal reasons, as well as curiosity, I have attempted to glimpse traces of the partner I once knew. I must admit, she's changed. There is barely a trace of the person I remember. The glimmer in her eyes remains, yes, but where that gaze now falls, no longer has anything to do with me. Still, in a way, our destinations aren't all too different. For that reason, I still cherish the brief journey we now share. As for Miss Pandora Wilson, I found it difficult to sense her through the wind. It's as if some unseen force quietly erased every trace of her. Yet lately, I've faintly detected something. An echo which mimics the wind. I've tried many times to re-establish contact, but I've received no response. Even so, I still believe she is out there somewhere. Despite this, Utu continues to publish articles in her name and tone. I understand why. Losing her would mean losing the very spirit of Utu. Something none of us could bear. This is why I took it upon myself to handle external correspondence under her name. Yet the unease lingers. We are all trying to imitate her style, her rhythm, the way she thought, the words she might have written, but none of us truly understand the meaning behind them. For me, this imitation is like calling out a name in the dark, over and over again, knowing it will never answer back. As for the strange happenings aboard the Danube Dawn, and the many details pertaining to vampires, I will explain everything in full once I have alighted. Verity Utu Editor, written aboard the Danube Dawn. Oh! So when she gave her name as Miss Pandora Wilson, that was a lie, because she's writing in her name. Let us raid. Of course, as usual on a Reverse 1999 stream, we're going to look for fellow Reverse 1999 streamers. Got one that I can try. In the raid. Okay, followers only chat. Well, I'll follow, but